Hello, my demons and ghoulies, and welcome to midway through January of 2025. Welcome to the new year. We finally made it. It felt like 2024 was gonna last forever, not gonna lie. And it feels just very refreshing to finally be in a new year. I think a lot of people have a lot of high hopes for just a fresh start in general. I know that there's still some craziness going on in the world right at the beginning of the new year, so that's fun. We'd love to keep up the pace, I guess, of last year. But as I did last year, I'd like to do this year is talk about some New Year's resolutions. I think first and foremost, I've been seeing a bit more of not a dislike for New Year's resolutions, but more of a I'll pass kind of attitude. I think people are kind of tired of just like, whatever, I'm not gonna do them anyway, why make them? Or people, and I kind of get this mentality of saying like, well, why do I have to choose the beginning of the year to try and better myself? Why can't I just apply that behavior all year round? And again, I get that. I kind of am aligning with that mentality actually, but I do think there are some people who sort of need something to help get them going, a starting point, some place to jump off, and I think New Year's is a perfect place for that. But I'm not seeing a ton of New Year's resolutions going around, and like I said, I agree with the mentality of I want to just do better all year, not just like commit toward the beginning of the year. But I do try to stick with my resolutions as much as I can throughout the year, but I also, and I'll get into this, I try to make them not super superficial. Not sure what the word is, but my New Year's resolutions are to generally be a kinder, nicer person and to better myself and to be a better person by the end of the year. I think that that's something to always strive for, just to be the best version of myself every day moving forward, to also show a bit of kindness to others if I can, to give more of myself to others, but also to give more to myself in terms of being kinder, being a little more gentle, to treat myself and not feel so guilty about it, to be nice to myself in terms of self-esteem and etc. etc. I think that's, especially in today's climate of things being scary all the time, a little act of kindness does not hurt by any means. To the point where every time I go out to the store and I buy something, more often than not, every time I talk to a cashier and it's a femme, and they usually have their nails did, I'll be like, I love your nails so much, and they brighten up and they're like, oh my god, thank you, and it makes me feel nice because I know that they're happy and like they got like a nice little compliment. That's not like, hey baby, you look great today, it's not creepy, it's not weird, it's just a gentle little tidbit of like, I like this about you, you look great today, and then I get to move on and they get to move on. But also, I always have some sort of art goal for my New Year's resolution, and I do, and it is in a general sense to just do better art, which is like, but like as an artist, it really is your goal to sort of improve upon yourself bit by bit, and I am pushing myself to take a bit more time with each commission that I get. I think I might have said this last year, I'm not sure. But I'm trying to pay closer attention to colors and pushing my shadows. I feel like I have a hard time with contrast. It's getting better. I do think it's getting better, but specifically with shadows, I really need to push them. And I think I have to recalibrate my monitor because they look fine and saturated and deep, and then I move it over to my other monitor and they look entirely washed out. And I think my main monitor that makes everything look washed out is actually the correct one. So I don't know, we'll have to see. But it doesn't hurt to compare. But I spoke on it in well, I was gonna say an early stream, but this is being recorded. I streamed on the 17th of January, and I was talking about how in a commission that I had done, I was doing this thing that I see a lot in art, where in the deepest pockets of the shadows, they'll put a little bit of a pale gray blue-ish color. So it really contrasts against the shadows, and it just, I don't know, it's like, realistically it doesn't make any sense, but it's so pretty. So like, why not? So it's stuff like that that I'm starting to improve upon. I also am improving upon my skills as a rigger slash VTuber. For those of you who don't know, I am making a new model with new outfits. I've made a new starting soon screen. I made a new ending screen, and those are all animated and rigged in Live 2D. And I have a minor from college in animation, and it feels really, really nice to sort of use those skills in a program software that I'm sort of familiar with, since I've made a few models now and I know sort of how it works. I am not a professional by any means, that's why I don't offer it for commissions, but it's nice to sort of get some hands-on experience, to do some more learning, and I kind of want to carry that sort of willingness to learn throughout the year. I am a person who loves to pick up different crafts, use them for a month, and then leave them behind, and there's a few that have stuck. Like, I still like my bug pinning, and I love sewing. I am super, super dedicated to sewing more of my own clothes this year, but animation is definitely something I would like to stick around to, but it takes a lot more time and effort and forethought. So we'll see. But moving into hobbies and such, sewing is another one. I am learning to express myself with my clothing that I've always wanted to wear, and a lot of the things that I want don't exist. So I am taking it upon myself to make them. And I think that that's really, really fun, because I know that these are garments that I am going to genuinely love, genuinely care for, genuinely continue to keep around, and make sure that they stay nice and clean, and if they, you know, they break or something, I know how to fix them. I am taking this mentality of not necessarily less is more, but keeping the things that I really, really want and not being afraid to let go of the things that aren't serving me anymore. And that's in terms of not just clothes, but all sort of facets in my life. If it's not like making me happy, why am I keeping it around? But also because I am a creature that sometimes desires a thing, and I wish to buy a thing. I don't know what the thing is, but I wish to buy. And I'm trying to like stop and look at the things around me and be like, do you really need a thing? Like, appreciate what you have. So I'm trying to curate my space and show off the things that I love and the things that I have, and maintaining those things that I have, and just like embracing the little gremlin and the style that I want to achieve, which is fun. But in the apartment I live, we don't have a ton of space too, so there is that sort of restrictive element. I am looking forward to this year because I have a few cons to go to, which I'm super excited about. If I had to sum up like everything, all of my New Year's resolutions, I think it would be quality over quantity. I want the stuff that I make and the stuff that I have to really shine through over the amount of things that I have or the things that I want. I think that was really nice. It's hard to explain. I think it's because I'm at a place where I have a bit more money that I have freedom to spend, and I have an influx of commissions. And it does fluctuate where I have nothing and then I have a lot. But last year, especially the later half of the year, was very consistent, and that trend seems to be going on, knock on wood. I want that heard. And I am very, very thankful for that. But with that job and that consistency means that, like, I can be a little bit more comfortable spending it in places that might be a little more flippant is not quite the word I'm looking for, but things that aren't necessarily necessary. I do want to make sure that, like, first and foremost, I have the money that I need to do the things that I need to do. And that especially is going to be my mental health. I am going back to therapy, I think, and I don't think a lot of people would say that with excitement, but boy howdy, I am excited because I think it's time for me to need it and time for me to use it, and I've got the insurance that I can use it, and I should. And I've been to therapy for most of my life. I've been in and out of it. A lot of people are like, oh, I gotta go to therapy, something's wrong with me. And I see it as like I'm in a moment of growth, and I need to reflect upon that, and I need someone's unbiased opinion to talk about it with and sort of guide me, I suppose, into helping organize the chaos of my thoughts on certain things and brushing up on past, cleaning them up, and tucking them away and getting ready for the future. And it hurts a little bit because it's some scary thoughts, but also it's super exciting. I'm really excited. And, you know, for those of you who are considering going to therapy, I wish you the best of luck. I promise you it's not as scary as it seems. There are scary times in it, but it is genuinely for the benefit. You are going to feel better, and things will be better. Just take a deep breath, take another step. Tomorrow's a new day. Nice breath. With that, I would love to hear your guys' New Year's resolutions. Do we have any of the same ones? Are there anything... I don't like to think of it like, do you have any regrets or New Year's resolutions that you didn't do last year? The past is the past. We can't really change that. We can only change what happens in the future by what we do now. So I would love to hear your thoughts about what you'd like to do this year. If you have any goals, do you have any trips you're planning for the summertime? Like, I would love to hear about it. I'm so excited. I want to try and connect with my community a bit more. I'm kind of shy and reserved, so that is definitely a bit of a struggle. But I will say, I think I'm going to have a re-debut on my birthday, which is March 14th. It's Pi Day. So I will hopefully make some sort of announcement about that at some point. But I'm trying to get more of a community going in my Discord, where I'm posting art and I'm posting works in progress there, which I don't usually do on like social media and stuff. And I'm hoping to have like either movie nights or game nights or something, or just like fun little events where we can chat about our OCs and just maybe have a little drawing something, a little drawing night, because I think that would be fun. If you've got suggestions for that, shout them at me. If you've got New Year's resolutions, shout them at me. If there's anything you'd like to see from me, shout them at me. But I'll leave the last few minutes for you to just watch and enjoy. I am going to be posting probably a lot less on YouTube in this year, but I do hope you enjoy what you see. I'm hoping to just like jive with it, maybe edit a little more, we'll see. I hope you take care of yourself in the meantime. I hope the holidays were good to you, and I hope the New Year's were good to you. I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourself, do something nice for yourself, enjoy yourself. Happy New Year's! Bye!